Which data power object is required to be configured and active to perform a put on a queue using the backend of a multi-protocol gateway service on an 11 using the dpmq://URL syntax? Option A. Data power MQ host. Option B. Data power MQ queues. Option C. Data power MQ queue manager. Option D. Data power MQ gateway. The correct answer is option C. A company requires sync point on each message extracted from a request queue. The message is processed via HTTP by a backend system. If the data power device does not successfully process the message, it should not be removed from the request queue. They have created a multi-protocol gateway service which uses an MQ front-side handler and a MQ queue manager to facilitate this. How can they implement sync point? Option A. The data power device utilizes an MQ client, sync point cannot be implemented. Option B. The data power device utilizes an MQ client, sync point is implemented by default. Option C. Set the queue manager object nits of work property to. Option D. Create two queue manager objects, assign the request queue to one queue manager and the reply queue to the other, then add them both to a single MQ queue manager group. Option E. Set the queue manager object total connection limit property to. The correct answer is option C. When a multi-protocol gateway service is bridging a message to any asynchronous backside protocol, such as WebSphere MQ, WebSphere JMS, or TIBCO EMS, which multi-protocol gateway property that applies to all transactions can determine how long the multi-protocol gateway will wait for a response message from the backside protocol before the multi-protocol gateway gives up and fails the transaction. Option A. The timeout value associated with the multi-protocol gateway's XML manager user agent settings. Option B. The question mark query timeout equals query parameter on a dynamic backend URL. Option C. The back persistent timeout parameter of the multi-protocol gateway. Option D. The backside timeout parameter of the multi-protocol gateway. The correct answer is option D. A customer wants to use a WebSphere transformation extender, WTX, map on the 11th that has multiple inputs and multiple outputs. Which setting is needed in the transformation binary action of the processing policy? Option A. At least one of the inputs specified in the action input context. Option B. The MTS map file name specified in the TX map file field. Option C. The XML map file name specified in the TX map file field. Option D. OK named inputs and outputs property set to dynamic. Option E. OK named inputs and outputs property set to explicit. The correct answer is option C.